Hey guys, Oblivion 4777 here, coming at you with another deck profile on my featured video, Rock Stun. I was using this duel against my friend's Gem Heroes deck, so without further ado, let's get to the deck. But before we do, let me just explain that I do run this deck a bit differently. I run an aggressive form of it. So it's more of a beatdown stun, but you guys can determine that by yourselves. Please feel free to leave a comment saying how to improve the video, and so on and so forth. Thank you guys for sticking with me, and I am about to hit the 10 subscriber mark, so I'm all happy and stuff right now. And if I hit 25 subscribers by the end of the week, I will have an interview with Team Slimetry. So yeah, I know I pronounced that wrong, but I will leave a link in the description below on his YouTube. So I run the 3 Kokimiru Guardian. During each of your end phases, destroy this card unless you send 1 Iron Core Kokimiru, which is, don't from your hand to the graveyard, which that doesn't matter, but or you could reveal 1 rock type monster from your hand. So it could be any rock type monster, which is completely fine because the only thing I run is rock type. You contribute this card to negate the activation of an effect monster and destroy that monster. So it works perfectly. It isn't like Doom Caliber Knight that if the effect happens, you have to tribute it. You get to choose, you guys. Now I also run the 3 wall because there are some annoying spell cards that I just don't want to deal with. It has the same beginning effect as every Kokimiru monster, but you contribute this card to negate the activation of an opponent's spell card and destroy that card. So yeah, you guys. I also run the 3 Sandman. You contribute this card to negate the activation of a opponent's trap card and destroy that card. So usually what I do is, let's say I go second, right? So he plays a face down and he sets a back row. Okay, so I normal summon the Sandman, and I attack into his face down, and and he dimensional prisons it. So I'm like, okay, no, negate. Instead of sending it to the banished zone, it goes to the graveyard because I negated and destroyed that card. The reason why you would want to do that is because I also run the Black Golem, and I want to revive my monsters later on. Yeah, guys. I also run the Searcher of the Kokimirus, the Kokimiru Boulder. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, add 1 Iron Core of Kokimiru, or add 1 level 4 or lower Kokimiru monsters from your deck to your hand. So this is like the Searcher of the deck. With Solidarity, it does get boosted up to 2k, so that's good, you guys. I also run it sometimes for the beater. I also run 2 legendary Jujutsu Masters. It's an amazing card when facing with Exceeds, Synchros, or just a boss monster. At the end of the damage step of this defense position card, battle the monster, return that monster to the top of the deck, which I prefer more than I prefer that effect more than a compulse effect that bounces a monster to its hand. I do prefer it because you could kind of predict and strategize a move on how to stop that monster from hitting the field. If you just drew into a Solemn Judgment and he has a Scrap Dragon or a Solemn Warning, set the warning, let him attack into the Jujutsu Master. It does get bounced back, and if it comes back next turn or a turn after that, just warning it. That's how I usually settle it. I also run the 2 Fossil Dyna because it's an amazing card, you guys. You don't special summon almost at all. You have 3 monsters that special summon, but other than that, that's basically it. It's pretty good. It cripples a lot of decks. So yeah. I also run, of course, the 1 Neospatian Grandmo. It's a must in every rock type deck. It's a must. If you guys don't know what it does the same exact thing as legendary ninjutsu master, but except at the start of the damage step, if this card battles an opponent's monster, return both monsters to the hand without damage calculation. So It's basically better. If I could run more than one, I would run more than one, but unfortunately we got the one, but whatever. I also run 2 block golems, and some people might fight me on this, saying that 2's too little, but I have tried 3 block golems and it has gotten cloggy, so I do not prefer it. But block golem is an amazing card for XYZ summon or just late game. It's a really good, or for this big guy, but we'll get to that later. If the only monsters you control in the grave are earth monsters, you contribute this card to target 2 level 4 or lower rock type monsters in your graveyard, except block golems. Special summon those targets, but their effects cannot be activated on the field the turn that they're summoned like that. So basically, guys, this works perfectly with every card. I usually go for the Cookie Mirrors because I like that they're 19k, and I do like that, you know, they could be over stuff. So yeah, you guys. I also, as my boss monster, I run Gaia Plate, the Earth Giant. The only reason why I don't run, well, I do side it, but we'll get to that later. The effect of Gaia Plate, the Earth Giant, is you can special summon this card by removing from play any 2 rock monsters in your graveyard. During your standby phase, remove from play 1 rock type monster in your graveyard or send this card to the graveyard. Half the attack and defense of any monster that battles with this card. And this is why I run this card, you guys. It's an incredible card. Yes, you have to remove from play your rock type monsters, and yes, I might be switching it out, but I prefer this. Remember, guys, I play an aggressive style of Rockstar, so I do prefer this over Grand Soil. So yeah. I also run the 2 solidarities. I do not run 3 because it can get cloggy, but I run 2 solidarities because it works for everything and it boosts everything up. I run 2 dualities since I don't special summon that much in this deck. That's why I don't run the upstarts. I run 2 MST, 2 Lance, Book of Moon, a Heavy Storm, a Monster Reborn, a Dark Coral, and the trap lineup, you guys can fix it however you want, but this is how I do it. I run the compulsory evacuation device, 2 bottomless. I might take out a bottomless for another warning, but I do run 1 warning, a judgment, torrential tribute, and 2 fiendish chain. Or I might take out a fiendish chain actually for a solemn warning, but we'll see how that goes. For the side deck, I run 2 light imprisoning mirrors, 3 shadow imprisoning mirrors, because there's a lot more dark worlds going around, a lot more dark monsters now. I side in the 2 effect veilers. I also side in Gigantus because it's a really good card all around. This card cannot be normal summoned or set. This card can only be special summoned by removing from play 1 earth type monster in your graveyard. When this card is destroyed by battle and sent to the graveyard, destroy all spell and trap cards on the field. See, the only reason why I don't main this is because it has to be destroyed by battle. And like I said, you guys, if you watch my older videos, I am an aggressive player. I do attack into a person that has like 5 back rows, just to get rid of the back rows. But yeah, that's just me, you guys. You guys can main it if you guys want, but I personally don't. Plus, I run Solidarity, so, you know, it's a good side. I side in the 1 Grand Soil. If I ever think that, you know, Gaia play is not going to be good for game 2, then I usually side it in for Grand Soil, the Elemental Lord. If you guys should know what this card does, it's getting very popular in today's meta. But if you guys don't know, it is basically you have to have exactly 5 Earths in your graveyard and cannot be special summoned any other way. When this card is special summoned, you can target in either player's graveyard and target 1 monster in either player's graveyard and special summon that target to your side of the field. If this card leaves the field, skip the next battle phase of your next turn. So yeah, it's a 28 beater, and essentially it's really good if your opponent has a Scrap Dragon or a Stardust in their grave. But then again, guys, I personally don't like it. I like Gaia the Earth Giant a lot better, but that's my opinion. I also decided in a Mirror Force, a warning, King Tiger Wango. I usually side this in for a wind-up matchup because I usually don't face Insectors anymore, but I side it in I'm sorry, you guys, for wind-ups or a 6 Samurais players. Yeah. I also set in another Solidarity. I don't understand why I created this deck list a while back, but I'll edit it, you guys. I also two skill tree. Now, see, a common misconception that some people might have is that skill drain affects the whole point of Rockstone. No, it does not. The only cards that skill drain affect, the only cards that skill drain doesn't affect is basically Guardian, the Wall, and Sandman. Those cards will not get affected by it because, you know, it won't get affected by it. And also I think of Black Golem, but don't quote me on that ruling because I know tributing Black Golem is a cost. So just like tributing the Guardian and the Wall and the Sandman, it is a cost. The effects resolve in the grade. So that's why, you guys. Now for the extra deck is not really completed yet, but it can consist of whatever you guys want. I run the Hurricane Albervertic. Once per turn, you can detach one XYZ material from this card. Have all Earth monsters currently on the field lose 500 and attack and defense. Non-Earth. I'm sorry, you guys. When I do get the XYZ ability that I can, I usually go for the Gemini Pearl because I could bring Gemini Pearl back, and plus with Solidarity it gets an extra 800 boost. That's why I run 2 Gemini Pearls because I can get it back with Black Golem, but Gemini Pearl is usually the main XYZ monster I go into. I also run a Maestroke, Photon Steel Swarm Roach, number 39 Utopia, I run 2, and number C39 Utopia Ray. I also run 2 Catasters, a Stardust, and a Thought Ruler Archfiend. So yeah, you guys, that's basically a deck list. Please leave a like or comment on how to improve the deck, or just PM me. I would like to hear your voice opinion. If you guys want to duel me on Dueling Network, just add me on Dueling Network, send me a message. My name is Oblivion, exclamation point Oblivion. I will leave the name in the description. So yeah, you guys, this has been Oblivion 4777, you guys. I'll catch you guys later.